Hi everyone and welcome back to Autumn of Series 7 in Forza Horizon 5. In this video we'll be doing the second seasonal championship out of the two, and this one is called Second Home, so second, all of the seconds in this video. The car restrictions for this champ are Nissan cars in S1 class, so I took this 2017 GTR with Tune by Predator, which I'm pretty sure I used before in one of the festival playlist events, but I can't quite recall which one. And as you can see, the tune allows us to make an easy work of AI pretty much from the beginning, and this is pretty classic street racing. There's no specific weather effects like we had in the first championship, or nothing like that, just a usual night street racing run. As you can see, we are now in the first place and carefully cruising to the finish. This particular track is full of treacherous corners and a lot of walls around, so it gets pretty narrow in the beginning. When you start off, don't rush into overtaking AIs, just take it nice and safe, because hitting the wall is never good, and you're gonna lose time if you bump into other cars. But obviously rear wind comes to your help as well. And yeah, right, speaking about treacherous corners, I forgot about the very easy one and just didn't pay attention for a split second and ended up smashing the wall, which is how it happens in S1 class. You know, the speeds are pretty high or relatively high, and it's not a, I don't know, D or B class where you usually have a lot of time to correct the error, especially when there is no pressure, like racing versus AI. Nonetheless, hitting the wall didn't hamper my chances of winning it over highly skilled AI. That's never really a problem, and the tune provided us with all the speed to clear a good gap from all the opponents. So the first race is over. We'll proceed to the second and third one, and yeah, don't expect any serious challenges there. The second race takes us to Cruz del Valle, and yeah, it's a pretty fast track with a very fast initial section, so again, pay attention to not flying out of the corners. It's a street racing, so there's no walls to protect you. But also see how AI slows down, even though this is a very fast corner that you really go flat out. And look, we passed all of them but one, and now just this corner with a little bit of braking, we managed to stay on the road for the first position, which means in the first fifth of the race we are already ahead. And as long as I don't drive off-road like this a lot of times, this should be an easy and relaxing drive. You may have noticed I still don't have any traffic. Each monthly update I kinda hope this is addressed. I don't know what's going on there. I restarted the game, restarted the Xbox, but basically I can't complain, especially in S1 and on the tracks like Tunnel Run that we just ran. It's enough that there's a lot of blind corners where you can't actually see where you're going until you are fully committed to the corner. You really don't want any NPC traffic going your way in one of those. But even on the open track like this one, where you have all the visibility and can spot them a mile away, I'm not a fan of trying to avoid the NPC traffic. I often tend to forget they can pop out of pretty much nowhere and end up smashing into one or two. Not always, but reasonably often. A bit of a drift in this corner. I overdid the throttle quite a bit. Should have been more gentle on the power going into the corner, and it kind of messes up the whole section afterwards, but it's okay. I managed to hop on the bridge in the last moment. Going into the ditch would not be a good idea. But yeah, despite messy driving, we are nearing the completion of the second race. I think just a few more, not even corners, like bends more to say. Yeah, this is the last one, and here we are, the finish, easily ahead. So you probably know by now, PTG Predators tunes work just charms in events like this. They are very easy to drive and very fast to make an easy work of AI. Let's go to the third one. The last race, Carretera Chase. Don't remember anything special about it, really, apart from the piece on the highway, I guess. So it's one of those street races. I'm not sure if it's the only one. Can't remember it well, but there's definitely a section with a highway where you actually have a chance to test the top speed of your car most of the time. But we'll need to get there first. A little bit less impressive start than in previous two races, where we managed to clear a lot of the field right at the beginning. We are now running in fourth, but a few corners you can see how quickly we are catching up on AI that keeps braking in weird places, and for no apparent reason just passing this car on the straight, and here we are in the first place. 1/4 of the race in again. Easy ride. I just hope they are working on something for seasonal championships to not necessarily make them more challenging. I understand the accessibility aspect of this, that every time there's a difficult challenge in the festival playlist, especially if the rewards are nice, people start complaining and take it to the forums and Discord, shouting like, why are these impossible to complete, and so on and so on. Even though I can't really remember any case where the festival playlist events would be unbearably difficult. There are quite a few tough cookies, but in general, with a few tries and a little bit of thinking, oh, here is a highway, you usually can do them pretty nicely. But overall, the seasonal champs need a little bit more variety. I guess the off-road championship this week had that bit of variety with absolutely crazy lightning effects on Ekbalam. If you didn't do the champ, do it. The Ekbalam race is, oh wow, is definitely something I've never seen in Forza before. But overall, yeah, this becomes a little bit too much of a chore, so want something different on top. Nonetheless, that's the last race of the championship done. You can see again, way ahead of AIs, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.